Squash XLPRO is an elite team that work hard to train, play and run squash events on our journey to climb the world rankings. Like, subscribe, comment, pick up some of our merch on Teespring.
Hello and welcome to the Henderson Satellite, day 2 or 3. Day 3. My name is Joel Arscott. I am joined by Lance Beddoes, local player. This is the semi-final, first game between the brothers, Temwa and Lwamba. Recent finishes of 2 and 3rd respectively at the Senior Nationals last week. Anything to say about these two, Lance?
Cheers, Joel. Good to be here. Yeah, I think both the lads had very good years. Lwamba obviously finishing second at Nationals, but also Tem's not far behind at 3rd. I've seen these two play a couple times this year. Louis with convincing wins, and saying that I think this will be the freshest that I've seen Temwa against Louis. Only one match so far in this tournament for him, and it was a good 3-love win, so I think it could be interesting today.
So we're already seeing Temwa loosening up his arm with that forehand nick earlier, and Louis as well with his textbook reaction volley.
Textbook Louis.
Rocking some new earrings today. Probably tough to see on the live stream, but he's going for the double piercing on the earlobes. Maybe dropping some coin after his good win. The old national finals.
Big money in New Zealand to come second.
Big things, sure. If you will. Lost the ball, but it's back now.
What's your prediction here then, Joel?
Yeah.
I know you live with them both.
Yeah, I'll try to be as neutral as possible.
No, don't.
Not to stir.
I want to hear an honest opinion here.
Not to stir the spot. I'm going to go with the safe bet, which is Lwamba 3-1.
3-1.
These guys must have had about 55 3-1 matches in their time. But I don't know. I'm just going to go off their mood today, and Temwa's mood today, he's been a little bit quiet, a little bit
nervous, if you will.
Maybe nervous, I don't know. Maybe he's just fancying it, you know. And Louis is just his usual self, and for anyone that's played Louis, his usual self is extremely annoying. He gets in your way, volleys just about everything. So, yeah.
I think especially lately, isn't it? He's playing more and more aggressive and really pushing up further on the court.
Yep.
And just kind of when he's as fit as he is, it makes it tough to play against.
Yeah, it's just got that reach on him. Great natural reach. Very, very annoying to play, but a good trait to have. Tidied up his game a lot at the front of the court recently. Been to the UK twice now, or maybe once. Either way, he came back just before the COVID lockdown, the second COVID lockdown that is, and worked a lot with a man called Josh Taylor in England, who's got that forehand swing a lot more open, so really improving that part of his game, just able to put the ball away, as opposed to his early days as a grinder, if you will, for lack of better terms.
Just a better grinder, I think.
Yeah, well said.
I think he'd be fairly happy to be back in New Zealand now, though, with England about to go back into a month lockdown.
Yeah, I saw that.
And saying that, I'm sure he'll be looking forward to some international competition when it opens up.
Yeah, I think he's surprised himself in his own words since coming back, you know, saying he can still improve being here.
Yeah.
It does help having a handful of us, you know, chomping at the bit, trying to...
Half-decent trainers.
Yeah, half-decent trainers. So it's good, still some good competition. Louis out to a early lead already, 5-2. Just I say that, smacking it in the tin.
I'm calling a 5-setter here today, Jolio. 3-2.
Just about to ask your prediction.
3-2.
3-2 in favour of?
Oh, I do want to take the underdog Temwa. However, that is a huge call. But I'll do it anyway. 3-2 Temwa.
The bandana's just not doing it for you, the bandana and the earrings.
It's not even that. I think just after Nationals, biggest tournament of the year, get out of the way, son. I think after such a big tournament, I think obviously Temwa did very well coming third, but Lwamba had a good chance to win the national title. You'd be on a slight down after that event. Plus, Temwa has just smacked him in the mouth, so that might help him as well.
This is true.
Get out of the way, son.
Well, I'm just agreeing. I think those earrings are going to take him to victory today.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I would definitely, as a squash purist, I would like to see the underdog do well. He's clawed a couple points back already. Oh,
that is a very tough call.
That is an interesting one. I don't even think he...
No video reviews here today, folks.
I'm surprised he just stuck his hand up and hoped for the best day. Yeah, no.
And he said, why not? And it paid off.
Bit heavy on that drop shot. Good lift though.
Stroke there, John?
So getting one back, I guess, after the niggly let call. So take that stroke with no complaints, I think. Must admit, Tim was looking pretty sharp in this point. Got Louis all over the court, but this is where Louis shines very often. Just so hard to get a point off him.
Long rallies certainly help Lwamba, but in saying that, if Temwa dominates them,
yeah,
he'll be going alright.
Oh, great shot.
Sold him. Absolutely sold him now.
Just see the...
Great taxi.
Now this is the interesting part because they have a big rally. The lungs are open, but who's going to back it up?
Temwa with a cheeky smile at the back. He'll be watching that one back on the replay, I think.
So he has levelled it back though. 5-2 down, back to 6-all. Interesting shot choice from Louis. And there you go. That's the contrast. He's going short straight away after last point.
Potentially still thinking about that time that he taxied his brother.
Yeah. Catching Thames off guard. Oh, just in that.
I think if Temwa can keep it out of the tin as the match goes on, he'll be in with the shot.
Goes without saying, doesn't it?
But may as well say it, innit?
Yeah.
May as well.
Big points now. 7-6 is often when the slightly better player seems to edge it. So that being a stroke awarded.
Potentially could have played it, but
yeah, I think there was a little bit of room.
we'd be happy to get the stroke.
It's the argument nowadays, how much of the front wall can you hit?
Exactly.
About, I'm going to say 83% of it on that one. Doesn't matter anyway because Louis hit the tin.
Doesn't usually go.
No, he's not one to go for a nick
there, but
off the serve, is he?
like I said, after such a big tournament last week, I think he won't quite be as sharp as he was.
A couple of uncharacteristic errors, but
that one would have helped.
the argument is that this week the tin's 19 inch
True.
instead of 17 last week at the National. Although we do have a brand new tin, I believe, for this tournament, or a new title on the tin.
Staff recruitment.
If you can't see that, then you must be blind. huge bold letters on the front. It's good. Good for the sport. Having fresh sponsors in the game. Yeah, another uncharacteristic error there from Louis, especially on the back foot. His body weight going backwards now. And a bit of a gift now at 8-all, giving Temwa the edge 9-8.
Massive gift. I feel like usually at that time he'll be trying to lengthen the rally and
That's true. Yeah.
wait for a mistake from his opponent, whether he's just trying to be more aggressive with his game or slightly not quite the same focus as he usually has.
You know, we see this quite often though, you know, for anyone listening or watching, anyone who's had a sibling that they play sport with, strange things happen when you play each other. So I'm not sure that'll affect him too much, but it's just something to think about. I know whenever I played my brother, there were some unpleasantries involved.
Who won?
Me, always. Thanks for coming, Isaac.
To be fair, I never lost to either of my sisters.
Yeah, well, you'd hope not.
That's true.
Oh, and a lucky nick there.
First game with Temwa, 11-8.
Let me see a little bit of a showing of his frustration there from Lwamba. But nonetheless, one game to love to Temwa. Be back shortly for the second game. And we are back for the second game now of this semi-final at the Cover Staff Recruitment Henderson Satellite. If you're just joining us, my name is Joel. My co-commentator is Lance Beddoes. And Tim was off to, had a good start in that first. Actually, slow start at the start of the first set, 5-2 down, but managing to squeeze that last set out 11-8, forcing a couple errors from Lwamba. So these two, obviously brothers, very used to playing each other, but I've just seen a couple of taxis and a couple of uncharacteristic things in that first set. What was your take on it?
Pretty much exactly that. A couple of gifts for Temwa late on in the set. In saying that, Temwa was attacking very nicely, going in short well. Quite a change at the moment though. Lwamba in front of the court, dominating to a 3-love start.
Yeah, we saw this in the first set. It'll just be interesting if he can keep that momentum going this whole time. But this is what Louis like. He always comes out, loves to play fast. But this is what he needs to do. This is a good response. You know, nice and professional, and just put that pressure back on Temwa.
I think especially lately, Louis on the volley has been very dominating. The last couple of tournaments I've seen him play, just further up the court than usual, and really looking to cut off the ball. So I think if he can continue doing that, it's going to be tough.
So if you were in Lwamba's corner after that first set, what would you have said to him?
Just a bit more depth. Just extend the rallies out, especially at the start of this second set. Try to get into the old lungs of Temwa, because even though he got the lead at the start of the last set, the rallies weren't that long.
Yeah.
But he's starting pretty nicely at the moment. A couple of errors from Temwa, but I think it's because
the pressure,
Lwamba,
possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, that's not like Louis. Oh, then the taxi to follow it up.
We're even on the old taxis.
What is going on with these two today? So 1-1 on the taxis, possibly 1-1 soon in games. 7-love now for Lwamba, or Lwambe, however you see fit.
Chwamba,
Chewy, Bemba.
He's got a few nicknames, isn't
Got a couple of nicknames for these boys. Got the Chocolate Panda in the white from Temwa. Another error coming from the Chocolate Panda's racket. And then the Bemba Warrior is what we call Louis. But 8-love now, so a great response. And
Do you
Temwa
reckon
looking
if he
like he's
gets to
feeling
10
the
love,
pressure.
is he gonna do
Oh,
it, or
they're-
is he gonna give him a point?
Brotherly love tells me no.
Really?
But I think
I'd be doing it.
Temwa not hitting at least one nick a game, that's not going to happen.
There you go.
And there you go. There's this point.
He's back in. He's back in.
So what would you rather, Temwa's forehand or Lwamba's backhand, if you had a choice? Which one?
Preferably stick with both of my swings. But if I had to take one of them, if I
Good
had
answer.
to,
It's fair.
I'd probably go Tem's forehand.
Yeah.
It's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Lwamba's got a decent backhand, but it's more solid than anything special.
Yeah.
No offense, Louis.
Yeah. I just find if you were to combine the two of them,
Yeah.
you know, that's like your optimal athlete, isn't it? It's funny how they're brothers, you know, different
know.
builds. One of them's kind of like
If I had
slow
to take
twitch.
one of their calves, I know
Yeah.
I'd be picking there.
If I was want to take either of their mobilities, I'd have neither because they're both terribly immobile. But
Yeah. I feel them there. Unfortunately.
Tim were always struggling with shin problems actually.
Is it?
Got a little bit better. Got him
Oh, bottom of the
really focused on those shins pre-nationals, and it's paid off for him, which is good to see. Louis doesn't really. I don't think he has many niggles that he struggles with.
Yeah.
Not that I.
He moves fairly light, so
Yeah.
certainly helps.
So we're 9-3 now. Definitely, your 5-set prediction is looking slightly likely right now. Early doors, but
Early doors. I think Temwa's going to have to make a few changes if he's to get himself back into contention for this match.
we see him kind of taking a second push in this set already. But it's you can't afford to give your opponent an 8-love start, can you? You know, it's good now, but
But
it needs
against
to
your
be
brother, you
earlier.
can't.
Definitely not. You know. And just a let there on that one, even though Louis completely
Yeah, I
missing the
think,
ball.
I was thinking that. Still no video review here today, unfortunately.
No, we are unfortunately starved of that here at the Henderson
Always
Club.
next year.
Maybe got to tap
Great club though. Very
tap
nice
old
club.
cover staff for the TMO next time maybe. Great shot though. Good tidy up from Temwa. That's better. That's what we saw in the first game, wasn't it? Just Temwa picking off Louis.
He was going in short nicely in the first set. Potentially slightly wild in this set, but again, I think it's from Lwamba's pressure.
So Temwa's, Louis now with still 6-game balls and another error. Not usually one to choke, Louis. He's usually in the opposite. I find.
I think at 10-3 or 10-5 now, he'd be surprised if he doesn't close this set out.
Yeah. Definitely a little bit more open play this set. Oh,
Oh, shot.
he's got it. Get that. On his
He
bike.
does love a good jog.
It's a good counter drop.
Great rally here.
It's on the
Certainly
back
rally of
foot
match
here.
so far.
Tim's got to be clinical here, and
Hey.
yeah, he's forced it. So I think Louis will be glad that's over. Very timely for a 2-minute break. Game score 1-1 now. We'll be back in just a moment. I have just been informed that AQUAHEAT is our sponsor. So excuse me. I'll be doing a number of press-ups in punishment for that one. Although the 10 does look nice,
The 10 does look good.
but AQUAHEAT is our sponsor.
Thank you, AQUAHEAT.
Thank you, AQUAHEAT. Anyway, we are back for this, the third set now. 1-1 between the brothers. Pretty even contest right now, but more of a momentum shifting match.
It's going to be interesting to see how Temwa responds here.
Yep.
be lucky for it. You got it. See him throwing a little lob there, and I think he's going to need more and more of that. Really change up the pace, rather than just having kind of one quick pace.
Which, yeah, I think favours Louis for sure. But that's part of his game that he's working on, Louis, is that variation. You see it there with a great lob.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, he's always been very good at holding one pace for a good period of time. Being a runner in his younger days, cross-country runner, Lwamba, so loves a grind. But there you go, him trying to force some height into it again, but making the error.
When you see those top players these days, they kind of have a bit of everything, don't they?
Yeah.
And I know that's certainly what he's aspiring to be. So I guess just trying to make himself into the complete player.
Yeah, very evident. Again, looking at that great shot, cutting off that reaction volley, that is a textbook kind of top player shot. The width isn't good enough, it's put away. Straight off the racket. And that's really something that Louis developed well recently. Again, you see him trying to cut off that volley. Let is the call. Heather Finley is our referee today.
I'm with you, brother.
Our local national ref. Volunteering, might I add. Doing us all a huge favour. Giving up her time to come and take stick from the lads.
I'm sure you've never given her any stick
No.
before, Jolio.
Me and Heather are
Very tight,
very
if
tight.
you will.
So we saw a reverse boast into the tin. Possibly a signal of fatigue, mental pressure.
I think so. I really would like to see Temwa be able to push on from here, especially because I said he was going to win 3-2. Mainly just that, to be honest. But I think it's good for Lwamba as well if all the boys really continue to push him, because that's going to make him better, and that's just going to make everyone better.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of one person being a bit more dominant over the rest.
Yeah. I think it's not massively possible at the moment. I know Louis had some good results, but
yeah, definitely.
It's not like the rest of us aren't training. So he feels that threat, and that's what keeps him going.
Yeah.
Especially from
And it's paying
his
off
brother.
at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
Paying
for
off.
sure. It's off to a 4-1 start. Now 2-4 though, and finding the nice join there. Not feeling the need to apologise, because I think that just being a good width, which we're seeing a lot more often now at the top level. I just think some of the width hitting is so good that it hits that neck so often at the back.
Been practiced many times before.
Oh.
Great shot and a good get. Another one.
Trying to lift, which is the right thing to do, but he's got to get that ball off Temwa's racket. This is good though, he's back in it. Again, width not good enough from Temwa. Another lift. So this is a better kind of squash. It's this cat and mouse squash. Each getting into good positions, and putting the ball where it needs to go.
I think it is going to slightly favour Lwamba, how these rallies are starting to go. Just the length of them.
Definitely noticing Louis using more height now in this game. Again, getting the reward on the lob. So it's clearly a tactic going into this third set for him. I think traditionally Louis always kind of liked to play Temwa like very aggressively.
Yeah.
You know, just wanted to pace him off the court, and you know that is traditionally how Louis likes to play. But you know, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, building all those things into his game now, he's discovering different ways to beat people. Again, width not good enough from Temwa. Be very lucky if he gets a let there.
Not today from, unfortunately.
But Heather not falling for those tricks.
You've got a little match yourself tonight, Jolio.
Yep.
Second semi-final, Elijah Thomas.
Yep.
Feeling
Definitely
about that one?
Oh, nervous. A little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Played him last week at Nationals. Got the W on that one. But again, it's not Nationals, yeah. Very niggly player, old Elijah. Never gives up. Trains hard, works hard. Good trainer. But no, I'm looking forward to that contest later on. Especially on this
So am I, actually.
relatively humid day. Should be some long rallies.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
And it's just not following through on that shot, Temwa. Perhaps a sign that he's feeling the pressure, especially
Louis
now
just
at
gets that
8-2.
extra ball back that a lot of the players don't. And
Yeah.
it makes you a bit nervous, makes you feel like you need to do slightly more than usual when you just go slightly lower and then eventually you just clip that tin.
Seeing that again, I know he's slightly fortunate with the quality of Louis' serve, but again, if that ball goes into the tin, that's 9-2. So, but that's noted from Louis. He accepts that Temwa hits these winners, and he just keeps going about his business, which we're seeing in this set. Tight work on that backhand wall.
All four corners of the court being used at the moment.
Great tidy up there from
Great shot.
Lwamba. Counter drop, front left. Possible slip there from Thames. 9-3 now.
The 3-1 call from you was not a bad shout, Joel.
No, these two like the back of my hand. Literally, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And 10-3, 11-3. So Louis closing that one out, bring up 2-1. Stay with us, and we will be back in just a tick for this fourth game. All right, ladies and gents, we're back for this, the fourth game now between the brothers, the Chileshe final.
Of the AQUAHEAT Open, was it, Joel?
The AQUAHEAT Open, yes. Not looking forward to those push-ups. I'm rocking a singlet today, though, so
There we go,
You
Tims.
are rocking a singlet.
summer is coming.
Surely a 5-setter here, Joel. Surely
I don't know.
5-setter.
I don't know.
Temwa's going to have to change a couple of things to get back into the game, but
Yeah,
I would enjoy it. Good
Definitely-
match so far. Good match so far.
definitely had a very good amount of momentum in that first set, and then we've just seen Louis kind of dominate these last two sets. So we need the response now from Temwa. We know he's capable, and we want to see it. So that's what you'd be saying if you're in Temwa's corner in that last game?
Oh, yeah.
Kitchen sink? Or,
Exactly.
yeah,
I think he certainly has, although he's a little bit tired, he still has a lot more to give.
yeah, definitely.
And if this set's anything like the last two, I think he'd be slightly disappointed.
And I just feel as though, we know Temwa's level and he's capable, but he's just, like myself, overly hard on himself, and he creates pressure that's not necessarily there. As an objective viewer, you can see that it's there,
Yeah.
but what's going on in his mind and what he feels are two different things, as we know.
Double bounce.
But that's what we see between the better players and the great players. Is great players are able to access their level, no matter what the circumstance or scenario.
It's the mental stuff, innit?
Yeah, and these are the unspoken things of squash.
Very love here for Temwa.
3 love or 2 love?
This must be 3 love, Sunshine. Three. I don't miss a thing, Joe. I do not
Correction,
miss a
3
thing.
love.
Another couple of points here for Temwa, and we could be going to a fifth.
an early call.
I don't think.
It's an early call.
I know, but 3 love.
When you feel it, you feel it.
Another couple points.
Yeah.
I do think Louis will respond to this pretty soon, though.
Louis
he
is.
Won't want to lose a few too many in a row here.
Louis is certainly very good at closing gaps, especially at late stages of matches. Has a knack for it, for finding a way.
Does love a little
good talent to
comeback,
have.
doesn't he?
That's very true. And that's down there from Thames. Well called. 1-3. So Louis not panicking. It's definitely, finding style in his I would say old age, but he's not really old, is he? In his maturity. 21. Louis. Temwa not really going through that phase, keeping it simple. Again, that's the difference between these two. Louis with the blonde hair and the earrings and the necklace,
I like
and
Temwa
a little bit more traditional. Guess you can be pretty traditional with calves like that, so
exactly. You can do what you want with
what you want with those bad boys.
Do exactly what you want.
Going to be very disappointing when the viewers see my calves later, but enjoy it while it's there.
Elijah, matching calves is very good to see.
Pretty sure I got the upper hand on him in the calves, surely. Definitely in the quads.
Yeah.
Quads and glutes.
You have the quad battle going.
Ball looking like it's dying off a little bit out there, softening up, if you will.
It's actually it's a good court for taking the ball in if you get good depth. Probably one of my favourite courts throughout the years.
It's definitely something I notice on Henderson courts in particular, is the ball seems to soften up quite quickly. No idea why.
Great shot. Great work from Thames.
But it does happen. Again, that's that nick I'm talking about at the back of the court. Happening a lot more now at the higher levels, just because I think the accuracy level or width of these of the boys getting that much better.
Isn't it? 5-2 here for Thames.
Yeah, good response. It's what we've been wanting to see.
I don't think he would have gone to 5 with Lwamba too much recently, would he, Joel?
Not in competition this year.
Not in competition.
I mean, we all beat each other all the time in training.
Yeah.
In fact, Louis is probably the worst in training.
Yeah. But when it counts, in it.
But when it counts,
throw some money on it. All of a sudden.
Oh, great shot. There. Again, it's that cross-court game paying off for Lwamba. Very many.
Has he played a bit of cross-court game, has he?
Yeah, a lot of cross-court games at XL.
Actually, I do remember winning a few smoothies.
Yeah.
Off the kid.
The old protein shake, innit?
Now that I reminisce.
Ooh.
That'll be interesting. No let.
Ouch.
What a tough call there, I would say.
The no let from Heather Finlay.
At that point.
But I think, earlier in that point we saw Louis go all the way around Temwa to play a shot, and I think Temwa going with a little bit of a... I know they're brothers and all, but he was hugging him just a touch. Arguing it nonetheless. Never going to make a difference, but you got to get it off your chest, don't you?
You do.
So 4-5 now. He's bridged back to that gap ever so slightly. So do you find when you argue, it helps you, or because I know certain players?
Yeah, at times I have known it to help me now and then, but sometimes I kind of regret it after. Yeah, now and then. Probably more vocal in the last couple of years when I'm just trying to have a sneaky rest. I don't think I was chatting as much in the past.
In your playing career, yeah.
Some may say otherwise, but I don't mind a chat now and then, put it that way.
Speaking of chatty, is Chris Vandersson playing this tournament?
Vandersson?
Because that man is rather chatty.
He does love a good chat.
Yeah, in his prime in that sense, that's for sure.
Yes, that is true. I think he's down in Whanganui, if you will.
Wanganui. One of the two. Chris, if you're watching, thanks for coming. Hope the helicopters are treating you well. Not a very good day for flying yesterday, but better today. So 7-5 now. He was 5-2 down. 5-2.
5-2. Yep. 5-3
So now
got a call that he wasn't
7-5.
too happy with, and I think his focus is slowly drifted away. But
Louis just all about business, which is good. Definitely one of his better traits, better attributes. Very able to keep a level head during those crucial times. 6-7 now.
very crucial rally here for Temwa. 6-7 down. Just hoping for another stroke there, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a fish, but he played it. Creating that space, nothing wrong with that. Good variation from Louis, and just clipping the top of the tin. So this is go time now. It's 7-all. It's 7:30 local time, so it's heating up. People are packing in.
GMT plus 12. Wellington time zone.
Is that accurate?
It's no idea. Feels right.
So we'll go with it.
Lwamba keeping in front here.
See Temwa kind of forcing some short balls in there. Didn't need to play that boast, but he did. I would say that Temwa has a few more tendencies than what Louis does.
He does.
And a let call there. I feel as though there's a path around the back end. Louis just explained that now. So your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think Temwa potentially looking for the player a little bit at the moment.
So Heather just explaining there that path is round to Louis' left shoulder, closest to the sidewall. Nothing wrong with a let call at this time of game. Oh.
Helps. Yeah. I think it just clipped the line there.
Fuck.
Just.
Very, very marginal.
Emma Miller, national champion, calling that ball in, but I'm going to say she's not quite on the money there.
50-50 that one.
She is the national champ though, so.
A credible source. 8-all now. Our predictions are on the line.
They are.
8-all.
Temwa will be playing slightly safer at the moment. Potentially once you get in front, then you can go for something, but those boasts are risky.
God.
Not the
Speaking of boasts.
Yeah. Great shot.
Oh, he was there for that one.
Nice and tight though, wasn't it, Joel?
Don't know how he got away with that boast.
Definitely seen better from him.
The old counter boast. We love that one.
Not used too often, funny enough.
No, not
the boast.
Not above the service line like that one was, but.
Mix it up.
Again, kind of uncharacteristic from Louis. Definitely becoming a little bit physical now at this point of the match. Again, the width not good enough from Temwa. He's got to get it off Louis' racket.
Nice and tight. Oh, good shot. Temwa showing his athleticism there.
Yeah, this is better from Temwa. He's not forcing it too much. Trying to build his rallies. Still that consistent pressure from Louis.
Oh, he's clipped the neck.
He's definitely clipped the neck on that. That spat straight back out off that sidewall joint. 10-8. My prediction's on the line here.
To go to 5.
Come on, Louis.
As Lance Beddoes called earlier. When you know, you know.
We love a fifth set though.
We do.
As does Louis, might I add.
True.
Oh!
We are going to a fifth. Certainly down. Yeah.
Louis trying to take his chances with that one, but being called down. 2 all, lads and gents, ladies and gents. We'll be back very shortly for the fifth set. And we're back. The fifth set now between the brothers here at the AQUAHEAT Henderson Open 2020.
Very good job.
Joined by Lance Beddoes and myself, Joel Arscott. So far, a very close contest between these two. Big momentum shifts. Louis was 2-1 up, convincingly, but Temwa getting that first game very convincingly, and definitely towards the end of the last set, looking pretty sharp. Also with that nick he just hit as well. So anyone's game.
Thames is looking good physically here, actually.
This is true. Doesn't matter when you hit the tin though, does it?
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Physical as you like if you crack the tin.
You hit that bottom 19 inches, it's irrelevant. But I don't feel like this is a hugely physical battle at this point.
No.
I feel as though it's much more of a mental game. Obviously, these two very, very fit. But no, I feel it's very much a good squash battle.
It's been a good battle so far, actually. Both
Yeah.
kind of taking their turns to be in control. Start of this set's going to be crucial.
Yeah, I think Louis will be wanting a good start of the set. I know he loves a fast-paced start to a set. And if he doesn't get that, he kind of goes out of sorts. But Temwa's much the same, really. He can rattle off 3 or 4 points dangerously quick.
I know that Lwamba will certainly not be wanting to lose this match. He hasn't really. Well, he's probably only lost to Evan in New Zealand all
Yep.
year in terms of tournaments.
I think he had a 100% win rate on ice squash for a long period of time.
Yeah, it would have been.
A no let there though from Heather, our central referee. Tough call.
Potentially. I mean, there was definitely space to hit it, but I think early on the match she was giving at least lets for that. So.
Yeah, I think his racket just slightly being caught behind. But it's good. She's trying to send a message.
Yeah, I think you're smarter at this point just to play the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't really want to be letting it go
And
down to the ref. Do you?
Yeah, not at these crucial times.
Certainly in PSA, they're encouraging more and more people to play the ball rather than.
Yeah, better for
Try
the
to look
sport
for
as
the
well,
opponent.
for
It's
the fans,
definitely
isn't it?
better,
Yeah.
I think you picked that one up.
Yeah, definitely very clean pickup. So they've both changed shirts for this fifth,
Temwa with his cover staff recruitment.
as opposed
Shirt
to
matching the tin.
all white just before. So Lwamba changing to the all black looks very good in the black kit, I might add.
You like that?
I like that black kit, yeah.
What are you going for today? You like the red top, don't you?
I've got
You do
about
like a red
18
top.
red shirts in my
Have
bag, so don't know how, but I do. So I'll be changing.
you? I
just
noticed
about
I was
every game.
missing a red shirt actually.
Sponsored by Unsquashable now, eh?
Not quite.
Thought that one clipped the tin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was down as well. So here's this good start, 5-2. Just a couple errors creeping in from the Thames or the Panda. So a stroke that time.
Let's go, James.
Let's keeping close on the scoreboard. It's not letting him get away too far.
No. Definitely feeling the intensity lifting ever so slightly, or the tension. More of the tension.
Potentially slightly messier the last few rallies
Yep.
in comparison to the rest of the match.
It's funny how
nice and
that kind
tight.
of that hunger takes over at some
Does.
points in squash court. I think I've definitely been guilty of that one.
Such a mental game, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to keep
Start thinking about the win more than kind of how you're going to get there.
Yep. Well said.
Appreciate
Well
that.
said. Very inspiring words from
I was practicing my quotes just before I came, actually.
the former Commonwealth Games representative, eh? Coming out of you.
Two-time. but I
Two
don't
time.
want- Who's counting? Who's
Two-time.
counting?
Former top 100 player. All those good things. Surprised you're not playing this one, Lance.
Oh, well, I would have loved to, actually. I've got a wedding. I don't want to say a wedding, unfortunately. I've got a wedding tomorrow.
Not yours.
Not mine.
Not yours.
Mine. Yours. No, not yours.
Not yet.
Another year or so.
Another couple.
Nice. But no, it's nice to live pretty close and come down and see how the boys are going.
Especially with
And the girls.
I think that's the joy of these satellites at the moment, isn't it? You can kind of get PSA level squash and just about any kind of local open, which New Zealand's taken full advantage of, or the local clubs in New Zealand, should I say.
Definitely. I'm sure the rest of the PSA players around the world will be slightly jealous of all of the PSA events we've been having recently.
Been a huge push from local promoters. And the man, the myth, the legend, John.Duggan, if you don't know him, is the one doing the live stream this weekend. But the man put on 13 satellites last year, which is a little bit absurd. But both of these boys on court and myself reaping the rewards of that.
You must have won a few of those, Joel.
A few.
Who's counting?
No,
Who's
again,
counting?
who's counting?
Who's
you know?
counting?
This is a huge rally, though. Huge
What's the
rally from
score
these
here,
two.
Joel?
It is 6-4 currently in favour of Lwamba, and I just feel as though whoever wins this point is gonna.
Certainly hurting.
He's the back's starting to cave a little bit on those lunges, isn't it? The hip flexors.
Not quite going to get a let there.
Grab mine. Grab mine. If that was a let,
Yeah. That's a let. Anything's a let.
yeah. I mean, in soccer terms or football terms, that was a flop, if you will.
Flop.
Desperation from the panda there, and a much.
I think he
Much
knows
needed
well,
rest.
A couple of cheeky
Oh,
styles
he
together.
knows, yeah, he knows.
You did. When you know, you know.
So a 7-4 lead that rally bringing up for Louis.
And a lot
Sit-
of work done for Temwa.
Big difference between 5-6 and 7-4.
There is.
Huge difference.
Fire up, come on.
Just here, John Aldinho getting behind the panda. And what life is left in the tank, we will see now.
I think a little break probably did him good there.
Yeah, he's going to go for it now. A let there. Bit of a milk, I feel.
Here's,
Oh, great shot. It's the width there from Louis, and he knows it, pointing back at that corner. 5-7 now.
Potentially lost a little bit of his height at the moment, but that happens as you get further on into the match.
You find different players show fatigue in different ways. Definitely Louis, you can never really tell he's fatigued because he doesn't sweat at
He's
all.
never fatigued.
And that's a good point. He's fit as a fiddle, but he often his targets loosen up, whereas other players tend to just make errors. Very good trait to have again. So doesn't want to let Temwa get too far back into this, so he's looking like he's trying to up the pace a little bit, which is a smart move. But he's got to keep that ball off the racket, otherwise the Panda will be putting it
Good squash.
straight into the front.
Very good squash here from Temwa.
He's doing well to hold on
He's looking
here.
tired, but he's hanging in there. Great shot. Great shot again.
Yeah, great work.
Way to go!
It's good squash.
Two great finishes there from Temwa. Louis picked one of them up.
Under serious pressure there, just managing to hold his composure and put that ball where it needs to go. Still a 1 point cushion though for the Bemba Warrior. Definitely feeling as though this is more of a test for Temwa now, because he's right in it.
He is.
We can all see it. Just has to hold his level.
Have that belief,
Yeah.
which is it's not the easiest thing to say when you kind of train with someone so much and you play them so much and you know how well they're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
To actually finish it off and get the win. Oh, yeah.
There's an argument here, but I don't know the call.
Didn't see it fully clearly there, but potentially the ref thinking that he's moving towards the player again rather than trying to play the ball.
So a no let given. I think that's a let personally, but she's rewarded a no let there for Louis.
Go, Tim, come on.
So Tim's going to be feeling it now. He's feeling like he's playing two people out there now. A tough call.
It was a close one. Like I said, I feel like the reason a no let was given because she feels that Tim was going into the player a little bit much at the moment.
I mean,
That was a very close call though, right near the front. I think potentially 3 different refs could give 3 different calls
Yeah.
on that.
I mean, yes, there was contact, but the line was through him,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
He's going to have to work hard again to...
Oh, he's got the reward. He's got the reward. Bit of justice there for the Thames. He knows it too. Look at him. Go on, son.
5-setter just as one of us called, Joel. Just as one of us called.
Yeah, I've got to take the L on that one. But hopefully Louis can pull through for my prediction.
It's a great match from Temwa so far. Probably the best match I've seen him play in a little while. He's really...
He's
really
hungry.
hanging
He's
in
hungry.
there.
I would say there's a cushion for Louis, but it's not much of a cushion now.
Not much.
Especially with that dangerous forehand from the Thames. He's a confidence player, our Thames. And a squeeze, though. A squeeze.
Very, very
There
tough
we
shot
go.
from Louis there.
9-7 and 8 all. Oof, that would have been
That would have been dead even.
dead even.
Real Joel.
So it's heating up, as I said earlier.
He's not afraid.
Oh,
He's not afraid to attack at the moment. Again, he wanted that
89.
stroke there, didn't he?
he was
wanted
he
that
was
stroke.
definitely fishing, for a lack of better terms. The fishing reel out.
He's
But
got
Heather
that.
Finlay took the bait, and it is now 8-9. Again, still
Huge rally.
that slight
Absolute
cushion.
Massive rally here, Joel. Just like that.
Oh, it's
Very
tight.
stuff.
Oh, he thought about it. Oh, good lift. Unreal squash right now. Don't know why he's playing that. He needs to focus on his squash here. Massive rally.
As we mentioned, definitely the closest match these two would have had in a tournament
Very
in a
long
while,
time, yeah.
In a while.
Just feel as though Louis is a little bit passive at the moment.
Slightly, I guess a couple of always going to be...
Just that first step off the tee
stop with
for Louis seems a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
he's
what you mean.
usually when he's hunting that volley, as we saw in the second and third set, he's just so hard to beat. But maybe feeling that bit of
I don't
fatigue.
think he'd be wanting to... I don't think he would have wanted to go to 5 here. And as I mentioned, they haven't gone to 5 in a while, so potentially a bit of nerves creeping in here.
Yep.
It's been a tough match.
A little bit of uncharted territory now. Yeah, it's definitely very physical now, especially for the Panda. He's been on the rear end of a few of those tough rallies.
8-9.
Oh.
That has to be a stroke.
Oh! That is another tough call there for the Panda.
Probably the toughest call he's had so far.
I don't even think he milked that one, to be fair.
Very loose from Louis.
The fishing rod was tucked away on that one, I feel.
Very loose.
But a let nonetheless.
He needs to keep his focus.
Oh, and he's tinned it.
I think he's
Merry
called that one,
Christmas.
actually.
Merry Christmas, Lwamba. From your brother, Temwa.
And that's probably the only gift you'll be getting.
So he's got 2 possible tickets to the final here. Will he take it first time? Also, my prediction is looking increasingly likely
of 3-1 to Lwamba.
of the Lwamba victory.
Oh, he's played it. Very nice. Very nice.
Would like to see a bit more action from the crowd. Not very vocal.
The crowd excited, but slightly quiet.
9-10, will he go for the nick? Take his chances?
I don't think he's going for it. No, he's pointing to it, but he's not going to do it.
I did not encourage him to hit that shot.
Today, though, so who knows?
If he tins it,
do absolutely anything.
Yeah.
He's not going for the neck here.
Oh,
He's done it. Mind, you can't really say that was going for the neck, was it? It was
went for the short cross court maybe. Oh, here we go.
that.
He's played it.
Played it. Great rally there. This is the best match I've seen all day, easily.
10-all, tie break. 2 brothers.
To come
One
back from
finalist.
10-8 here. 2 great winners to win the last 2 rallies. Cheeky look at the crowd. He's gone again.
Oh. Louis is really feeling it in this match, hasn't he? He's loosened up his arm a lot.
Yes.
Oh, great counter. That's a class counter, but again, it's a terrible
Temwa going
Terrible
for
feed from
was
Temwa,
going for
wasn't
a
it?
bit too much there, wasn't he?
Now, will he convert second time or fourth time, whatever it is? And you're joking me.
He has just
Wow.
surfed it out at 11-10 match ball.
Now, we talk about tendencies. That is a terrible tendency.
That's
That is an absolute shocker.
to say the least. It was close.
The
but
tendencies of the number 2 in New Zealand, ladies and gents, to serve out of court at tiebreak in the 5th. So
Huge
if you feel bad about yourself, do not.
just goes to show everyone can do it. Most
Yep.
pros don't do it at 11-10 in the 5th, but it
Most
is
people.
possible.
Most people.
Most people. No one does it. 11-all.
This is as close as it gets. I think Louis is definitely feeling it physically. He's managing to keep himself upright,
And
but
mentally. And
you
mentally.
can just
He's,
see it's.
He's gone for a few nicks.
I think
at
he's just
big
a
times.
little bit squashed out after last weekend, but he's keeping himself in it. He's lucky he got that ball through to the back relatively quickly, because that could have been a very sticky situation there for the
I think
Thames.
Louis may have got just a cheeky knee in the side of the leg there. Just
Well-
shaking it out, but he'll be right.
They're not small knees,
No.
and that is not a big leg, so that will hurt. Big serve here.
Oh, he's got it in.
Oh, great shot.
Finish.
Wow.
Great finish there.
That is a ballsy move.
If he finishes this off, Joel, you know what that means, right?
How many more
Absolutely
push-ups do I have to
called
do
it
now?
From the beginning, 3-2 Temwa. Who would have thought it? Well, what would that be paying? At
I'm-
365.
I'm
That'd be paying
I'm
good
not
money,
I'm not a
wouldn't
betting man, but I'm
it?
very
That would be
impressed by your
paying
prediction.
Good money.
I think about the stakes would have been very interesting on this one, especially in favour of the Thames. It's good though. It's what we want to see.
It is.
It's what we want to see.
either way, I don't think this is going to be bad for Lwamba.
No,
As much as he
definitely.
wants to win, it's going to keep him hungry.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
guess it's maybe a little rest after this event, and then once he's back into the training, he'll be hungrier than ever.
Just
Great.
see that ball really dying off too.
Just going for a little bit too much there. The straight drop probably would have taken him to the final.
So crucial errors from both the lads. Crucial errors.
How long has this match been going for? Hour?
Too long. I'm meant to be on in 15 minutes,
Oh, well.
so it's going to be a short warm-up. But it's worth it for squash like this.
It is. You wouldn't want to be
Good
missing
trickle.
this one. Oh, he's played it. It can't be a let. Oh!
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like the lead if you like. I think, no
I actually, I'm
I'm very surprised he got a let there.
I
I thought he played the ball and then asked for the let after he had hit the tin without hitting Temwa with the racket. But I don't know, what's your take there?
I actually do think it was a let. I
I thought it
know.
was a let.
I thought he stepped into his line ever so slightly.
Oh, he's taking it
Well,
whilst
it was obviously not a let.
little bit. There's a little bit of contact there.
13-12 now.
He's going through to play the ball anyway.
Yeah.
So another opportunity here for the Panda. Can he convert this?
Can he convert, Joel?
Here we go. Oh! An interesting finish. But what a great match from these two. Great sportsmanship, these two.
3-2 Temwa.
Thanks for coming.
Great prediction there.
We'll be back very soon.
Stay safe. Stay home.
Thanks for watching. For the next match, LWAMBA versus Emma Miller. See you shortly.